Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review we are looking at the TRANSMETAL 2 version of DINOBOT from Beast Wars. Never saw a TRANSMETAL version of this guy, unfortunately. I think that could have been really cool, but the TRANSMETAL 2 version in the show was awesome. In the figure form, it's fairly decent, still pretty cool. Proportions aren't quite right, he shouldn't be quite so tiny-legged and humongous arms and shoulders, but still pretty good. Head sculpt is definitely on point, and it does capture the general essence of the character, and there's really no backpack, so it's pretty decent. He stands about 5.5 inches tall. He has a lot of this vacuum chrome pinkish purple on him, which is awesome. He's made in this kind of pearly off-white color. He should be stark white, pearly but stark white, and I believe there's an exclusive version from Japan somewhere, somehow, that is that color. Unfortunately, the standard release did not see that, so it's a bit disappointing. He has a cool little flip open thing to reveal the Predacon logo. I won't get into the Predacon logo instead of the Maximo logo because that's a story element and I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it. The articulation is a swivel on the head. These can flip up and you have a ball peg for the shoulder, a ball peg for the elbow, a hinge here at the wrist, and a hinge here for the fingers. So not the best looking arm articulation or hand articulation, but you can get them in some decent poses. We have ball pegged hips, hinged knees, reversed hinged middle knee, and then a hinged ankle. This tuber thingy here will get in the way of posing, so you're not going to get much use out of that ankle, unfortunately. That's really about it for robot mode. He does have the ability to hold his beast mode tail if you peg it onto that peg right there. That'll peg on there, and he's got a giant whip-like weapon. It's really too big for him though, so it's not the best. But I think it's a generally good composition for a figure. Again, the legs could be a little bit bigger, but they couldn't do that because of the need for them being small in alt mode or in beast mode. So his transformation is slightly more complicated, so I'm going to do that off camera. I'll get him into beast mode and I will show you that. Okay, so we have him in his beast mode, and it's not a bad beast mode at all. It's fairly well compacted and they hide the robot parts nicely. His arms become his legs and his legs become his arms. So it's a little awkward looking, but it's not too bad. The head does have some hinging on it for articulation. You can close the mouth, and of course you have all of the articulation from robot mode in the arms and legs again. It's a fairly decent looking figure. He does gain a little bit of size, of course, not counting his tail even. He's a little bulkier looking, but then of course with the tail it is a lot longer. And one cool feature about the tail is, as you saw, it was a little floppy. And of course this doesn't actually serve a purpose, but it's kind of cool engineering. If you spin this, the tail can be used like a whip. So that's kind of nifty, pretty cool. And then of course we get the vacuum chrome. So it's a decent beast mode, but as I always say about Transformer figures, what's the point in keeping them in beast mode unless you have 2 of each figure, which most people aren't going to have. Put them in robot mode. That's what they're known for, so do that. Otherwise, buy dinosaur figures and car figures and whatever else it is that you like. So it's a decent figure. If you like Dinobot, get it. You won't be disappointed. It's just, you know, I mean, it shows its age in its simplicity, but I think they did get out of there, you fuzzy cat hair. Anyway, they did a good job. Definitely did a good job for the time, and I'm happy to have it, and I think you will be too if you're a Dinobot or a Beast Wars fan. So there it is, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more figure reviews, custom figures, and other good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.